Hello, this is Aaron. So my Year 9 Science unit, Responding to Stimuli, is designed for a highly diverse class, including students with autism, ADHD, mild intellectual disability, and youth learners. And therefore, my approach will be inclusive, scaffolded, and engaging learning experiences that allow all students to access scientific concepts. So, pedagogical approach. The first one is hands-on and inquiry-based learning experience. In week 1, we have this reaction time investigation, and in week 4, we have this put your hand in cold water experiment. And this whole approach, hands-on approach, aligns with Osborne's argument that effective science learning should be minds-on rather than simply just hands-on. And in this unit, students are not only completing practical activities, but also analyzing data, identifying patterns, and constructing explanations. And this you can see in the students' worksheets. And this supports deeper conceptual understanding rather than surface-level engagement. In addition, May and Pendergast highlight that learning connected to students' real life, like the cold water, like the reaction time. These experiences improves engagement and motivation. In this unit, scenarios such as heat stress and dehydration, which were shown in week 5 as the hook, they are directly linked to students' daily lives, making learning more meaningful. And this is particularly important in this context, where some students may disengage from abstract instruction. The second key pedagogical approach is collaborative learning, which is embedded through think, pair, share in almost every week, and group discussions and peer feedback across the unit, especially in week 5 for the inquiry-based task. And Main suggests that cooperative and collaborative learning supports both academic and development and social skills. In this unit, students regularly discuss ideas, explain concepts to peers, and reflect on their understanding, which strengthens conceptual learning. And this approach is also supported by Vygotsky's theory, which emphasizes that learning occurs through social interaction and language use. Not only in discussion, I also put some peer feedback designed this stage in different tasks. And for youth learners in particular, collaborative tasks provide opportunities to practice scientific language in meaningful contexts rather than just in isolation. In terms of adjustments, peer interaction helps students with diverse abilities participate in learning at different levels. Now, assessment methods. First one in this unit, I must say it is the constructively aligned use and the inquiry-based assessment. So, according to Biggs, Biggs explains that effective teaching requires alignment between learning intentions, learning activities, and assessment tasks. And in this unit, formative assessments across weeks 1 to week 4, such as practical investigations, data analysis, and short explanations, directly build the knowledge and skills required for the final inquiry task in week 5. And this also reflects inquiry-based learning principles, where students develop questions, collect evidence, and construct explanations. The final inquiry task requires students to apply scientific concepts to real-world scenarios, which supports higher-order thinking. Now, Wiggins further argues that effective assessment should involve authentic tasks that require analysis, application, and evaluation. The inquiry task in this unit in week 5 meets these criteria, as students must explain how body systems maintain or fail to maintain balance using evidence. And for some specific learners, scaffolding is embedded through the use of an investigation planner. It's in the inquiry task. And teacher modeling and staged task development. This supports students who may struggle with independent inquiry while still allowing more advanced students to extend their thinking. So another assessment approach is the use of multimodal assessment and ongoing feedback. So May explains that effective teaching in the middle years should provide multiple ways for students to demonstrate their learning. In this unit, students engage in a range of assessment forms, including diagrams, graphs, written explanations, and a final multimodal product such as a report, presentation, or a video making. This flexibility is particularly important for diverse learners. For example, ill students can demonstrate understanding through visual or oral formats, while students with literacy challenges are not limited to written responses. And actually, it is the teacher's responsibility to equalize the whole assessment for different students so that they are at the same stage, but we should not limit them because of their some specific needs or learning needs. Thanks for listening.